Hey, hey, hey. How you guys doing? Sean the good dog. Obviously, you can see from the beads and the colors out of New Orleans. Landed last night out here to, I keep wanting to say shoot, out here to record the audiobook. Super excited. Have a meeting with the audio producer tonight. So we're going to talk about all the ins and outs and fun and cool stuff we're going to create. Super exciting. 1 second. Sit. Go. That's Miss Bella. Nope, not like. Good. Heel. Laying down. It's not that hot outside. Anyways, so Miss Bella, right here, came all the way from Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas. Like an 8-hour drive. 16, there and back. Whoo-wee. Anyways, she's been through training before. She came with an e-collar. Already set up. Already done obedience stuff. Already knows all the tricks. The sit, the down, the place, the recall, the heel, all that. What she doesn't know is how to behave herself around dogs or anything else she finds stimulating. That part never got addressed. That part never got passed on to the owners for whatever reason, or if it was passed on, they didn't hold on to it and they weren't able to run with it. Whatever, there's been a gap. And it's not a finger pointing thing, it's merely an educational opportunity to once again stress that obedience, even like e-collar and highly reliable obedience, sit, good, heel, does not equate good behavior or a good polite attitude. They're not one and the same. Can they help? Yes. Yes. Can obedience create leverage to help? Yes. It should be part of the foundation, essential foundation. Yes. But without actually creating consequences that are valuable to the dog, that are attached to crappy behaviors or unhealthy behaviors or dangerous behaviors. Nope. No motion for my girl. Why? Because we've already worked on all that stuff. Even though this is our first real walk, we've already established a different kind of relationship that monkey business will not be tolerated. We've gone beyond just obedience. We've gone to relationship between me and her. She understands that I'm someone that will be running the show. She understands that I'm someone that will share consequences for poor choices. And she's making different choices based on that agreement, right? And it all started, sit. And it all started heel. It all started at the crate. That old thing I'm always rapping about. Everybody's like, why are you always talking about the crate exercise and thresholds and blah, blah, blah? Why? Because that's where I find out, heel. That's where I find out. Getting a little pushy while I'm chatting. That's where I find out. Sorry. That's where I find out what kind of dog we have. Do we have a bratty dog on our hands? Do we have a pushy dog on our hands? Do we have a polite dog on our hands? Do we have a worried dog on our hands? What do we have? I can find out so much through these exercises that have zero to do with the walk, where the big stuff's going on, and create tons and tons of relationship leverage and perception leverage and association leverage way before we get out on the walk. We've seen 2, 3 dogs, like up close and personal, walked by cats, which her parents just sent me video of her like exploding around. Zero reactivity, just walking. Why? Because she's capable of it. She's capable of not doing it. She's just never been required to not do it. There's never been a consequence or a relationship in her life that's meant enough to her to make different decisions. So I did the crate exercise with her, and what did I get? She walked right in and then tried to walk right out, and then kept trying to poke her head out, and then did it over and over again. And what did I do? I shut the crate door on her, and I did it briskly, and I did it sharply, and I let her know that will not be happening. This is a different world. You will not be wandering out at your leisure. You won't be going in at your leisure either, right? So like everything is controlled. All the moments, everything. I think I stepped in dog poop, so I'm stepping in water over here, trying to clean off. Can't watch while I'm talking to you guys. Heel. But That's where all this stuff was started. All this good behavior that I have on the walk now, where I don't even have to really do much, is because I did the crate exercise and I found out, oh, I've got a pushy dog. I've got a bratty dog. I've got a dog who's just doing her own thing and has never really been compelled to do anything else. Oh, okay. So let's do this exercise until she feels different about me and about life. So we did. It took about 5 minutes. Then she went, oh, you're not someone to mess with. You really lay down the rules. You don't feel bad about it. You don't feel guilty about it. And you're not being soft with me even when I'm being firm. Okay, so when I'm with you, I should probably behave in a different fashion. I should probably think more and be more conscious about my choices. I don't know if she had an intellectual conversation like that, but that's what transpired. And that's what needs to transpire for all of you guys out there struggling with your dog, looking to make things happen. Doesn't have to just be the crate exercise. I'm not saying that's the be all end all, but what I'm trying to point out is this basic underlying theme of create the proper relationship by sharing with your dog that you won't take any silliness, you won't take any guff, and you're not gonna feel bad or guilty about pushy moments. But you gotta look for them, and you gotta understand that those moments, even though it might look cute, is not cute. They're pushy. When you put a dog in a crate and it keeps trying to come out of the crate, or it dives into the crate, or it pushes through thresholds, or it pushes on the heel, those are not cute, excited, fun moments. Those are a dog that's pushing boundaries and disregarding you. And if you're having bigger problems, if you don't have any problems, who really cares, right? If you don't have any problems with your dog, no big deal. But if you have problems with reactivity on the walks, or reactivity when people come into your house, or general just silliness, you got to go after all these moments. And you've got to create a new relationship where you are perceived in a completely different fashion. Doesn't mean that you don't love your dog. You do. That's why you're doing it. Doesn't mean that you're angry at your dog. You're not. You're saying, these are unacceptable behaviors. Here are the rules. Here's what's allowed. Here's what's not allowed. Here's the game plan. Here's the blueprint. So you're crystal clear on how all the rules work. And let's rock. Let's have a great life together. Let's have a bigger life together. Let's go more places. Let's do more things. Let's have more fun, right? Let's not be frustrated. Let's not be in this crappy space. So I see a dog coming, so we'll see what we get. I'm doing all this talking, so we'll see what we get with an actual real live dog on the sidewalk. Of course, I'll move off a little bit to give her some space. Heel. So I can already see her ears up. I'm gonna move her just off the sidewalk a little bit. Let this dog come by. Sit. So you see we're in between the cars, right? Check my levels, see where I'm at. I'm still getting the feel of her? No. She's not allowed to look at the dog? Nope. No. Excellent. Nice. Heel. So that's a correction on 11, on a mini educator. 11. Most people, you put it on them between 7, 7's about the average. Between 6 and 8 is usually where most people go. So she was just correct at 11. It's nothing. But because I have as much leverage as I have with her, she's not as aroused when she sees that dog. She's already in a different gear when she sees that dog. I can use lower levels like that and have a more valuable conversation. You saw her react to 11 and go, ooh, whoa. If she was with her folks, 11 wouldn't have meant anything, because she'd be so aroused. That's what I'm trying to get across to you guys. She'd already be in, like, you know, the state that, like, locker room state before a football game. You know what I mean? Like the state they try and get guys into before they go out into a football game or a baseball game, or women go out, you know, for a softball game, whatever they're playing, whatever's going on. It's that get them riled up, get them going, get them to where they got so much adrenaline that nothing stops them. They'll go faster, they'll work harder, they'll play through pain, they don't care about any of that stuff. That's what they do in the locker room. And that's what happens with dogs when you don't create the proper relationship and set things up to remove arousal and get the dog into a more relaxed, polite, courteous gear, deferential gear with you. right? Then you can use milder conversations and have way more value than otherwise. So that's her. She was supposed to be as bad as Peanut, but I don't think she's going to be. I think she just was missing some essential components that were overlooked in just kind of an obedience program rather than behavior modification. Not that they can't go together, but doing the obedience, but also ensuring that behavior modification and relationship modification, there's a new phrase, relationship modification occurs between dog and owner. If you don't have that, you're toast. All the best tools, all the best tools, all the best training, none of that matters. If your dog doesn't respect you, if your dog doesn't think that you can lay down the law, if your dog doesn't think that you actually have something of value to say, that your presence means they should offer their best work, if you're just a lover, if you're just their best buddy, if you're just the one that gives them things and allows them to do things, you can't fix this stuff. Crazy? No. You need the tools, you need the strategy, and you need you. You need the relationship right. You need the mindset right. You need all the stuff right. So then you can have this, a walk by dogs. Have a nice walk, how life should be. Anyways, Chomping the Good Dog, ranting and raving in New Orleans. I hope some of that has some value for you guys. At least you got to see some pretty houses, if nothing else. Talk with you guys soon.